Game, Titan Citadel is the first map of this best of 3. In the bottom right we do have Serral. In the top left we've got Ryung. Ryung is one of those guys who's actually really good and is a very tactical player. So he likes to use crazy strategies and, well, playing against Serral, let's go for a command center first. Immediately here. Not gonna waste any time. Immediately going into that CC first. Ryung, definitely one of my favorite characters in StarCraft 2. Serral here. With the pool first even. So this might be the best possible option or the best possible outcome here for Ryung. If he makes a Reaper, keeps that at home, there's nothing Serral can do to punish this. This command center is gonna finish before links are gonna be across the map anyways, so he can't even delay that. And yeah, this is just a very good moment here for Ryung. He will already pull ahead with this one. So Serral is basically playing this overly safe and Ryung is saying, alright, let's go greed. He's such a good mind gamer, this guy. It's insane. He's really good at kind of reading into his opponent's strategies. It's crazy. Like, this guy could probably be a chess champion. Like a grandmaster, Ryung. It feels like his gambles always do pay off. Good to see you, by the way, MW. Hope you're gonna enjoy tonight. Serral definitely is not gonna enjoy what he sees here with the commands that have already been done. Ryung, of course, doesn't know that this is an early pool, so he doesn't know these links are here. Serral is gonna hide those. That's an interesting approach. Well, for now, keep them for later. It's gonna bring even 6 more links across the map, so it's gonna be 10 links. Probably wants to go in and maybe snipe a mule, but Ryung, actually pretty smart, is dropping the mule in the safe area. He will mine out his main a little bit faster, but honestly, it's not that much, and it's a really good approach. I feel like, oh my god. Oh no! It's a really good approach for the early game, but Ryung might just die. Ah, speed is done! No! Make the depot! Make the depot! Ryung! No! He loses 2 SCVs, 3, 4. This would have been the best opening for Ryung. Now he loses like 6 SCVs? Damn. Damn, man. Can't believe it. This is the thing if you don't wall correctly. If you don't have the wall, if your opponent waits for an off timing. Ryung had the perfect game state. He just did not make the correct adjustments because he was greedy, trying to make the tech lab with the barracks for a starport behind the door. He could have made this as well here. Like, you can place the barracks here and have a tech lab there. I'm pretty sure you can. He could have made it over here, right? So if you see the links, you can still lift and maybe get it in position. He should have made, probably should have made that depot a little bit earlier. Oh, he's going into Mac. Everybody be very silent. He's going into Mac. Nobody knows this. I mean, Serral saw the 3rd CC, so it's gonna be super fast, the 3rd CC, but that's already the punish that Serral kinda needed. To not be behind anymore, really. And yeah, getting those 6 SCVs, a lot of mining time. You can probably check this in the graph here. Look at that. He kind of evened out the game at this point. See? This was a perfect move, the goat man. It's like he has a map hack or something, I don't know. He's like inside the brains of his opponent, even though he doesn't read the like game or the strategy choices from his opponent without scouting intel. Once he has the scouting intel, it's like he exactly knows how to execute and what to do. I guess not every gamble pays off. Well, I guess not if you're a little bit too greedy. if you're a little bit too greedy. You could have had the starport closer to the wall as well, right? You just make the starport above the factory, make the add-on over here, then you're pretty safe. Now Hellions coming in here. Remember, this is mech. Serral doesn't exactly know this yet, but a Viking is a little bit of a tell. Which is kind of sounds a little bit funny maybe, but a Viking is definitely somewhat of a tell that your opponent might not go bio, because usually it's gonna be a medevac or a liberator, right? For the first unit. So if you make a Viking, it's something, I'm hiding something. Also, like, or it's gonna be banshees, right? So if it's a single unit, usually it's gonna be that the lib or the drop ship for an early drop, for some harassment, and you'll always have that for later, right? If you keep that alive, the medevac is gonna stack on energy, so you'll have a lot of healing for your bio, right? So seeing that Viking is very curious, and I like the choice here going into a Spire from Serral, but he's not running roaches yet. He's playing a Ling Bane composition. That's definitely gonna be a little bit of a advantage here for our blue Terran player. Now he gets counter-attacked here by Serral. Doesn't lose that much yet, but he needs to control this correctly. Of course, now the cat is out of the bag. Everybody knows it's mech, and let's see what Serral's gonna do. So he's gonna keep the spy, he's gonna make a bunch of mutas. Mutas can deal with these in low numbers. Cyclones, they're not too high in number if the mutas have a good number on advantage. Oh, and if you can get some of these cyclones, like the Hellions are gonna be freeways afterwards. And the mutas are always gonna be faster. Maybe not exactly, but they'll kind of ignore the terrain, so you can defend every position with the Mutalisks. As weird as it sounds, right? It's not really a good defensive unit usually, or not thought as one, but against a composition like this definitely works, the battle max style. Now you will start to catch these Cyclones. Look at that, he's gonna focus down the Cyclones. He doesn't really care about the Hellions, because he knows he can kill them anyways. Now he's got the meters here, they come in for a flank, and he's gonna catch all of these Cyclones. Oh my god, what a beautiful play here. And Ryung is in trouble. He needs turrets. He needs turrets yesterday. This is fully exposed. There's no turrets, there's no anti-air right now. He literally has 4 Cyclones and a Marine that shoot up, and he has 11 mutas. It's impossible. Now if he can't catch these single mutas here, that's gonna be nice. So he catches 3, that's really good. But he gets attacked again on the 3rd base. Does kind of manage to keep all of that alive. I really like these wards, man. Ryung is such a cool dude. He's still not maxed on supply, but he does deeper wards more than everybody, kind of. It's gonna be a little bit of a kind of investment here. You need to be a bit careful, you don't really want to lose those. But for now, against a Link composition, yeah, they're just gonna create a wall. You need to bust that, right? There's the Banes, they were looking for a run by. Now they need to have this wall open. The mutas are gonna scout this. There's no turrets yet. Ryung definitely playing this very greedy here again, making no turrets. I feel like it's a little bit of a mistake. He's already going into his 4th base. He's going into 3 more factories, and finally the turrets are coming online here. He has so much minerals right now, excess minerals. So definitely something that he should be adding here right now. The mutas, I wonder how much Serral is gonna keep committing to those. He's gonna get +2, which is never gonna be bad. It will help him later on with the Corruptor Broodlord army he'll eventually try to make, or could make. He actually grabs that gold base, and Ryung has... oh, he has seen it, but he wanted to go there. But he feels like he can't really go out on the map. Now there is your bust on the depot, but only 1 Bane does survive. Still gonna get into the SCVs, gonna kill a few. Now he can remake turrets over here. But they have less HP, they only have 250 HP, so you always want to be having a little bit more beefy structures here. Now one thing that I personally really like if you go bio is just add blank barracks, no add-ons. Just make a barracks wall. Because, like in the very late game, right? But only if you go bio. It's not like you need those barracks, but they're gonna be helpful. You can still make marines eventually out of them, and they have 1,000 hit points and pretty strong walls. If you like, you can make command centers, right? Which are gonna be 400 minerals plus the whatever you put on top. Or you can make depots like this, which are kind of flimsy, right? 400 HP, they kind of fall very fast, and it's a desirable target, to be honest. And you could make barracks. It's not that big of an investment. It costs 50 more than a depot. And it will help you with your production. Now, can Serral surround this army here? Ryung is creating a little bit of a widow minefield. I like the addition here, but Serral is just, after seeing this the first time, he already splits against the third mine here quite nicely. Ryung needs to make this as a turret wall, I think. Can he kind of push through here in that gold base? He's trying so hard to get that going. Look at that, he's red supply, yeah. Serral is really exploiting any potential weakness in Ryung's strategy, which is crazy to see. Like, anyone else wouldn't do this. Oh, can these mains get the connection? Yes, they will! Oh my god! Oof. 16 SCVs down. The Hellions are starting to deplete here from this army, and Ryung is mostly making cyclones right now. He needs to make a few more Hellions. The mutas are not gonna deal with this, but yeah. The transition into that Roach Ravager army has begun, so Ryung is gonna be in trouble and Serral is gonna be fine. This is the thing. Greater Spire and Microbial Shroud. I wanna see this. Oh, please let the game go on for longer. Oh, what? That was a really good shot there on the mutas, man. He killed so many mutas with that mine. There's the Infestors. He already has them. Stacking the energy. So the Shroud, again, let's go quickly about what this does. It's 100 energy, and it does create a shroud that obstructs ground units underneath, reducing damage taken from ranged units by 50%. This does include damage from air units, if I'm not mistaken. They are all ranged units as well, but only from air to ground weapons. Now this is going to be a good snipe here from Ryung, and I do not think it does work for the lock-ons, to be honest. So I'm not sure how good this is against mech, but it should work against the Hellions. The funny thing is, I mean, this is like super cyclone, man. The funny thing is, the Hellions like damage will get cut in half, and then like they're gonna have trouble killing Banes. It's gonna be crazy. Now this is a nice move here, going with 2 armies in. He's gonna definitely kill down that gold base. Ryung is playing a beautiful game here after his kind of him getting harassed so much. But there's gonna be that Brooklord transition potentially. Serral is really waiting to get his Infestors going right now. Man, when Ryung is playing this so annoying, it's insane. I really love what I'm seeing here from Ryung. He's adding these kind of dripping in widow mines. Just such a funny thing. But it's so annoying to do. Like, it's annoying to set up for Ryung as well, but it's just so annoying for Serral to deal with. Now he's gonna push. We're gonna see the Shroud in action here. He does have Neurals, so he's gonna try with the Neurals for now. He's gonna grab a few Cyclones here. Of course, you don't want to kill your own units here as Ryung, but you might have to, because the Cyclones are gonna shoot down a lot of his own units. He'll kind of still get one. He tried to get a lock-on on one of these Infestors. Maybe you need to add ghosts. Oh god, he's going Mass Banshee now! Wait, 1 Raven and rest is gonna be Banshee. Banshee speed. He doesn't have Banshee speed yet. Do we have Cloak? Wait, this is a crazy build, man. Ryung is just the single greatest Terran of all time. Yo, shit, there's one of those cool bots again. Gonna go over this in the break, of course. And yeah, so Ryung is having a little bit of trouble trying to grow. currently, but he's also stifling the growth from Serral. Oh, this could be some big fungals here. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, he goes for the neurals. There's a scan as well that reveals some of these infestors. And Serral is doing this very smartly. He's getting like two units at a time. Now where's the halberds in that mineral line? You want to have one here, and then all of your SCVs are belong to us. Ryung is gonna lift all of his buildings, he's gonna clear this with the halberd and Banshee command group here coming in. Now Broodlord Infestor, we have seen this in Wings of Liberty, but there is no mass ravens to counter this anymore. What are you gonna do here? As Ryung, he kinda needs to go into air, but he does not have... He's going into banshees, speed banshees on top of that. He has a lot of air to ground or damage to ground, but he doesn't really have good anti-air. So what you want to do is you're gonna go into Thors, right? Oh, can he catch these infestors? Oh, Serral, a big mistake there. He does get a decent fungal to kind of make it a trade, but man, he loses another infestor here to the banshees. The speed banshees are coming in. They don't have cloak, so you need to be careful. Ryung does not want to lose those. He didn't make them to throw them away. That's why he made speed and not cloak. He made it so he can swoop in, shoot down a base, and then go out again and repair those up. He's probably gonna make like, I guess the idea was gonna make like 5 to 6 or something. Just keep on hitting the bases left and right. Now of course they're also gonna be very nice defensively, and they can kind of control a center area like this. So we need to kind of see anything against those, like corruptors or whatever. But yeah, for now he has only these two. The queens are gonna deal with this though, with that infestor pesky throwing some fungals down, so much for that. Yeah, infestors of course are gonna be fine if there's any anti-air with that in conjunction. Now Ryung is starting to lose some steam, and Serral has been trading actually decently good, and he has been mining a lot more. His bank is insane. I guess Ryung has invested a lot into structures. Which you of course have to do as a Terran, but I mean they're not gonna help you in these fights that much, right? So he's starting to go into some Vikings. He's actually spreading the 3 Vikings, that's so cool. And of course the Thors with this. He is going into the servos. I'm pretty sure they also work for Thors. Yes, they do. Halberds, Hellions, Vikings, Liberators, and Thors. But Serral is happy. He's just happy controlling this area of the map, basically, denying this base. That's all he needs to do. And he can freely retake this eventually, because there's nothing really down here. Like, there's one Widow Mine. That's literally it. And if he can poke in and maybe snipe that PF... Sorry, snipe the planetary. That could be a good move. Shooting down a bunch of Brootlings here. And he's also with Lynx again in this area. That one extra command center wasn't turned into planetary. Now he's starting to snipe Thors with Cyclones. Planetary is getting repaired, so it does not exactly die right now. And there's not much anti-air for Serral, so he'll have to rely on fungal and corrosive bites here. He's gonna actually... he takes the control over the Viking and shoots down the Raven, man. He gets that base, but at the same time there is a counterattack from Ryung. He took out the base here in the very south center position, and he's kind of pushing. He should actually push into the heart of the Zerg base. He's trying to evacuate, he's trying to salvage these units because he doesn't have too much at home anymore. I think he has enough though. I'm a little bit shocked that he didn't try to go in and snipe the tech, because it's all concentrated in this area. I guess the Cyclones are quite low, but maybe drop a couple mules, try to repair those. He does not have any money though. It's insane. He's like so hurting for money. Wow. Where did he lose all that? I mean, Serral is starting to pull even here in the trades. It's insane. More links coming in. He got so many SCVs. Ryung has not been remaking a lot of SCVs. Let's have a look at the total number of SCVs that have been killed off at 75. That's actually quite insane. So Serral really hitting that economy every now and then here. And yeah, no repairs. There's no time for repairs on these Cyclones, for example. There's nothing really you can do about this. And one thing, for example, that you could do against an army like this, you could play a little bit different. You don't want to overly make too many cyclones. You can like make 3 to 4 medevacs and drop helmets into that army. And it works actually quite nice because they will shred the infestors like crazy. Oh, can you please repair the turret? Yes, man. I love you, Ryung. He's really good. Trying to shoot down some drones here. Of course, Serral, he doesn't know that Serral's bank is so big. It's insane. Serral has been vastly outmining for 10 minutes at this point. I think Ryung is about to die here. He's trying one last mule hammer, but doesn't even have the energy really to throw down so many mules. He has a bunch of ravens. He sees the infestors come in. He's gonna lose another cyclone. This kind of neural trading is just so powerful here right now, and he cannot establish another base. I mean, this base being up and running again is quite nice, but he's already evacuating this just because he doesn't know, right? Interference matrix coming in. Okay, is he gonna use this against the infestors? Honestly, I feel like you really would have loved to make a few ghosts against this rather than trying to interference matrix every infestor. You can kind of counteract neural with that. But the funny thing is, like, if Serral sees there's that matrix is happening, he can just take control of all of the ravens and interference matrix the Thors or whatever he wants to. And yeah, so he's trying to interference matrix these. He will do that, but of course it's just not enough. The Thors are still being taken control over, and in the end the army of Ryung is gonna get dismantled. What a game by Serral, man. What a game. And honestly, what a game by Ryung. I really loved what I saw there, but that was just crazy. Ryung is such a beast. Serral is even more a beast. Alright, so let's get this Fiddle Kiwi band here. My squad's coming. Please add me on Discord. I'm not a bot. Yo, Ian, it's good to see you, bro. The bot, yeah, they're just amazing. Just casting some games from Home Serral Cup. I think you enjoyed that in person already. I purposely did not watch any spoilers except I know the champion. To have some fun here, casting those. Yay. Alright, so we're ready. We've come full circle. Yeah, I know. Okay. Next time I'm gonna cast Home Serral Cup and you're gonna observe it. Let's go! Game number 2 here between Serral and Ryung. In the top left, it is our Finnish Masterclass Circ, and in the bottom right, the brainiest Terran alive. It is Ryung. Is he gonna be... like, it looked like he outsmarted himself a tiny bit in the last game, and this game is gonna be straightforward. You don't need a lot of brains to do the strategy. So Serral, but he's winning the mind games, right? So Serral went, of course, into that early pool last game before that hatchery. Now this time it's gonna be the hatchery first, and like last game he went up against Command Center first. This time it's gonna be the double racks. Of course, 2 racks across the map is not really an all-in at this point. So the Speen Geysers are not being mined here for now. He's sending out another SCV, but yeah, it's usually not an all-in at this point. You're just gonna expand off this eventually as the Terran player. And this is a Marine version, it's not gonna be that double Reaper. Now the Reaper really falls off because it basically dies to speed, and the issue is like you're gonna be very flimsy at home. Now he's gonna put up the 3 bunker wall here. Is this gonna work though? Oh, he cannot make that 3 bunker wall. He makes like a knock for his Marine to stand in. Who's shooting the Overlord right now? He needs to work on those drones. He's gonna get 1. Gonna get a second one. Okay. It's target firing. It's very nice. Serral is starting to pull these drones away, the hurt ones. Needs to be careful though. You don't want to lose those Marines, Ryung. He still has them not fully boxed in. So Serral does kill 2. That might be just enough. The Marines are very far away from the bunkers, and he does find a very good position though for those. 1 bunker this get cancelled. The spine crawl of course is gonna finish. Ryung is trying to save that bunker, but it will also fall, and the second bunker, like the third bunker I guess, is also gonna fall. So the bunker rush has effectively been stopped. He loses 7 drones, a lot of mining time, but it's gonna be fine for Serral most likely here. There was also a lot of investment from Ryung. 3 bunkers have actually been killed, so this is 650 minerals plus the 3 SCVs and a bunch of Marines who died. The second base hasn't been started yet for Ryung. He has not started to mine gas. This is actually a really good position for Serral. Even though his drone count is really low, there is not going to be any pressure in the next like 3 minutes. So he can only drone. He can only make drones. He doesn't even have to, like, I don't know. He literally has not to do anything else but make drones right now. There's that 1 creep. So he's going to start to push out the creep. Still has enough lava, and he doesn't even need that second queen as fast. He can ramp up the economy first, then go into the second queen, get that additional lava in. And Ryung is playing, I think this might be a smart choice. Like he knows he didn't kill Serral, and he knows Serral is gonna use this opportunity to be greedy behind it. We have to say though, Serral does not have that information, okay? So he doesn't know that there is no factory yet. He doesn't know. What the fuck? He doesn't know how economically greedy Ryung is playing this behind the opening. So he's playing with 6 Marines. And like, if Serral would have thrown down a Roach Warren to defend this one, or for the defense as well, then he could have gone across the map and just killed Ryung with 5 roaches. But he doesn't know that, because Ryung is making everything or anything but units right now. So here's the triple CC already done. He's going into 2 engineering base right now. He doesn't even have the money to start the upgrades right away. That's how greedy this is going right now. And he doesn't even have a wall. Because the command said that's flow, but you probably want to land one of your barracks down here. Is he gonna go into mech again? That's a big question. He has those 2 barracks, but you don't really need to use them. He's of course gonna make the add-ons for now. There's a link coming in for some scouting, so he will find that base right now. And if he could get up into the main, it would be amazing. It's not gonna happen though. Link is gonna get boxed in here by these Marines. Oh, come on. You can't let him no. So he does get up the ramp. He sees only that the command center has moved. That's a pretty good deny there still. The depot was in time. But what a juke and jive there by Serral. For a second I thought he would get in. I didn't see the depot was already slammed down there. Well, would be cool to be in Home Series Cup 11 in 11 months in Home Series Cup 30, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Would have been amazing, but yeah. Unless something really cool happens to my financial situation. I don't think I can afford to go there. Who knows, maybe I'll win the lottery, then I'm definitely gonna come. Serral sniping there at depot. Now he is kind of using these links to control the entrance and just assert some mental pressure. It's more like mental pressure, right? He gets a cancel on that depot. Yeah, that's cool. It doesn't really do much, but it's just like, hey, I'm here, I'm out on the map, you need to be careful, right? Be sure to hit your marines. So Ryung will go into bioplay this game, but of course his momentum is gonna be quite slow. And look at that, whenever Ryung is moving out a little bit and exposing himself somewhere, Serral will come in and he will check for those openings and he will find them if they're there. It's insane, he's so active with his units. It's really crazy. Now baling speed on the way, carapace on the way, a second evo chamber. This is the one thing that Ryung is going. He has the 1-1 going, but his armory is actually late, so he cannot start the 2-2 yet. And even though he has the big advantage on the 1-1, he's gonna have a good advantage on the 2-2 as well, I think. And don't play Lotto. I don't play Lotto now. I play the Takarakuji. It's also a lottery though. But yeah, let's see. So Serral sees the double. He of course knew that there's double upgrades going on. So he sees the engineering base here, and he sees kind of a little bit of the state of the production. He sees, of course, its confirmation is bio. Of course, there's the 1-1 upgrades finished, so this is like already known to him. He sees this wall. He sees, okay, we have a good amount of marines. He also knows that these marines are over here. So Ryung is about to push out. He saw this starport is producing on a reactor, so he knows once the medevacs are here, there's gonna be some aggression coming in. So he needs to build up a little bit of forces to defend that. But man, Serral is cruising. After the initial kind of investment here for Ryung, you see, this is where the all-in hit, or like the big attack hit. And then Serral came back drone in, and he came back hard drone in. Oh no! Yeah, of course he went into burrow. No, not like this. Come on. I mean, yeah. You should honestly, every Zerg player, right? Everyone who knows how to play perfect should do this. Now he's gonna try to push him into the Banes. He will load up. So for now they're not working, but I love this. Like Serral, it's just so good. He's so good, it's insane. And Ryung exposes him at home. There's so many links come in. Now a couple of Widow Mines, if they get the connections, yeah, that's the thing. Oh, friendly fire even happening here. Ryung is still pushing across the map, so he's like, alright man, if you deal damage to me, I'm gonna deal damage to you. He just lets that lift there. Of course the command center can't get killed by these links. But Ryung can snipe a hatchery from Serral. That's not a cancel, so Serral a little bit too slow there. Not an old man. But yeah, he goes into that hive, of course, behind this. His upgrades are starting to look very good. Ryung didn't start 3-3, so all of his lead that he has been kind of building up to, it's just not as efficient or as kind of seamless as it should be or could be. And that is something that Serral will use to catch up. Now, unfortunately, the baning mines haven't hit here for Serral, but that makes the game a little bit more interesting. Of course, every Zerg, like, you know, playing against Bio, if you can, it's always just worth it to set up one supply, right? That's 2 Banes, one supply as a trap in some junction points. And if we take a look at the game state, and what happened, we had that big push in the beginning, there was very few queen production in the early game, so the creep is actually not that great, because Serral needed to... Oh yeah, this is the dumbest thing. So Serral needed to produce so many drones and economy that he had to skip on queen production. Now, of course, he has the 8 queens, but his creep is actually not there yet. It's really not where it should be at a 10-minute game. So that's the trade-off he had to pay for. Now, Ryung, and he's, by the way, exploiting this. On the other hand, oh, that's a good mine. Because, like, if there's no creep, why would you ever scan, right? So he sets up the veins. It's such a brilliant play. And he gets the good fungal here on the Marines. And he will get a Baneling connection. Wow, that was the last second, literally. Bjorn must be a little bit salty about that one. Now this could be a good... Oh, he catches one of the Pyramids. I wonder if he saw that. Oh, the mine killed so many. The fungal and mine combination there. A lot of AoE damage. Oh, look at these medevacs. Quite low, actually, from all of that splash. I always used to like how Serral plays this with the fungal Ling Bane compositions. It's just so smart and very efficient. Oh, he gets the hit here finally. Wow. All of the returning units. Of course, now everything's revealed. Ryung should be way more careful trying to go across the map here. And I don't think he's gonna get broken here, but Serral is really hunkering down right now. Ryung already transitioned into those Marauders. He doesn't have concussive yet, so he needs to get that going. Nice evacuation there on these SCVs. They're gonna run into that planetary fortress. Can this fortress save the SCVs? Yes, except for 2, so they're looking good. And Serral did pull back, but he must be trading quite nicely here. With a Ling Bane composition, only 3k resources behind. That's actually pretty good. In the efficiency department here. All of these fungals really paying off. Now Serral hit the Ultralisk transition, and if he goes, he has already the Infestors. If he goes into a Shroud again, nice fungal here. Ultras with the Shroud are like, they are humongously unkillable by bio units. You need ghosts. There's like no questions asked. You need ghosts or battle cruisers with your Armada or something to kill Ultralisks under the Shroud. It's insane. There's no way that Marauders are ever going to kill one of those under Shroud. So yeah, you kind of need already to be... You're already behind in transition here as Ryung. And Ryung doesn't really have that money to go into ghosts. He doesn't have the pace. He has 4 bases, yeah, that's cool and all, but remember how the game started, so the main bases are actually mining out very soon here. Ryung? No, he could get fungled. The Serral is not gonna fungal this. Ryung's gonna split the medivacs, then head units to attack again, and the rest is gonna go home here to reinforce. He has a lot of medivacs, so he definitely needs to stop production. 12 medivacs, yeah, that's okay, that's a good number. This is where it gets kind of out of control. If you make more, like 14 is really something you don't want to have. But 12 is like the number where you're gonna be very fine. With a lot of healing power. Like I prefer like 8 to don't oversupply those. But of course you want to have some caduceus reactors or something at that point as well. Now Ryung is trying to push this multi-prong here. He's gonna go into the left area and try to attack Serral's. Lack of creep is actually really helping out Ryung here, but those fungals, they're just too good. And Ryung doesn't really pre-split his armies. He tries to go in and snipe and do something and fight and attack, but that means he's also coming in hot, right? So every clump of units is gonna be able to be fungled here by Serral, and there's no ghosts to counteract this yet. Now finally Ryung is adding a bunch of more tech labs here, but I don't think he still doesn't have the Ghost Academy, does he? No, there's no Ghost Academy. He's not adding the ghosts. There's gonna be another fungal here on those medivacs. They are soon in range of dying 2 fungals. One was on 45 HP, that's 2 fungals. I think 25 damage on those. Currently, we can take a check. Yeah, there it is. Over 3 seconds. So Ryung is splitting into 3 armies. Maybe he's over splitting a little bit. He also has an empty medivac standing over there. There's a couple of Widow Mines. They're gonna get some decent connections, but they will get cleared up as well. And the only thing that Ryung is going for him, he does have a bunch of he does have a bunch of bank. So he's not. It's not like the last game when he's just trading kind of so much of his bank again and again, and he does get a base for a base, so it's actually not that terrible here. He's really holding his own. But Serral just has so much economy, man. 89 drones, and he's playing that ultra composition. He's playing so well with these infestors and the fungals. He's always getting a trade out of it. take another look at the resource loss, but Ryung is starting to really pull ahead here, it feels like. So these Widow Mines must have been paying off quite a dividend. And even though we see so many fungals like this, it looks so good. Sometimes these Widow Mines just get some insane connections there. Another 7 kills on that Widow Mine, but he does deplete the whole army here. So Ryung, again, having trouble to remake this. He did just add a big group of barracks, 3 more barracks. So he's sitting at 11 barracks right now. But in the end, this is still not a very efficient composition. He's making just Marauder Marine right now. He's playing this just strong arm race. And I don't think he will overpower because Serral has those Infestors. It just feels impossible. And he's going into different tech as well. He has the Spire. Does he have a Greater Spire already? I don't think so, but he's already adding the plus damage, and I think we should see... Oh, he's actually going to Carapace afterwards. I really would have liked to see the Greater Spire first. But yeah, Serral adding 3 bases right now, remaking the one in the top center position, and then in the bottom left he's trying to grow into that room. 3 bases at once, quite greedy here. That link finally got found. And another attack here from Serral onto this base. He's definitely gonna bust this with the Banes. There's no questions asked, but it's also a very inefficient trade. Now, he's starting to kind of grow the bank here that Ryung is able to establish for himself, and this is something you can do as the Zerg. You can, if you have the economy, excuse me, he has still more than 80 drones, and you have the positions to mine, you have the map control, then you can just do it. Just keep your opponent off of the 5th base. And no 6 bases for you, Mr. Ryung, right? So Ryung is gonna have difficulties to re-establish that, re-establish the mining. His mining is gonna be down the drains. I mean, look at this again. Serral with the income advantage is so big. That's the way he plays this, basically. Widow Mines connecting on Ultralisk is not really what you're looking for here as Ryung. He has a bunch of these Marauders. I really wish Serral would have added that Shroud this time, because against the Marauders in that Marauder Ultra kind of engagement, it actually works wonders. They're so strong after that. Now, Ryung is defending both. He's pushing in the left and he's defending on the right, but there's a big fungal here countering this army on the right, and 2 ultras are gonna be enough if they get the correct engage. It's crazy how good those ultralisks are with 1 fungal if it hits. It's insane. And on the left side we do get the base, but what an investment. He's again getting fungal here, and these medevacs are starting to get very low. He might throw down another fungal. I'm really waiting for the moment Serral is gonna add a few corruptors and really have his field day with all of these low medevacs, or maybe like a Viper or something. Grind them down. Of course, he's playing a very high-paced game, making a lot of links, so he needs a lot of lava injects, he needs a lot of lava, he has that macro hatchery, and he just needs to produce and produce and produce, throw an army, produce, throw an army. He's starting to deplete his bank as well, so both players are getting very low on money here at this stage, and not killing this base might be a mistake. I hope he's gonna finish that one off for his sake, and yes, he will also get most of those mules. It's a very expensive loss here for Ryung, of course, who was really building on those mules to get him some money back into the game here. He will snipe this base in the top center. He also sniped the base on the left there, of course, this one. But he did let this one live, so Serral is still mining quite healthily here on one very healthy base. And the rest are starting to deplete, though. We see this. He has to... I mean, he still has a lot of income, actually. So he's still fine. He has a lot of bases still mining. Ryung, on the other hand, he's down to 2 right now mining, and 1 is halfway mined out. This is a nice snipe again here from Ryung. I hope he can evacuate this army and not lose it on the way out. Nice connection. Oh. Nope, no connection. Yeah, he needs probably to mule this area where the planter is. He needs to put some of these workers down here. Now he's finally repairing these medevacs. Look at how low they are. 5 HP, 5 HP. This is all fungal damage. 3 HP and Widow Mine. 1 Widow Mine splash is gonna kill like 7 medevacs. He needs to be careful. There's gonna be a link counterattack. Serral really knows what to use, where to hit, and how to hit those locations. It's insane. It's only links into the where no planetary is, a stronger Ultra, Bane, Ling army with the fungal here where the planetary fortress stands. Then enough at home to defend the other side, but one side is going to be exposed of course, and that's going to be another kill here on the hatchery. Nice for Ryung, but it might just not be enough. He loses all of his mining locations right now. There's a Ling even blocking this one. Ryung is down to this. That's his income. 5 SCVs. We can take a look at this. It's 3,000 advantage. This is his income. 200. He only has 14 SCVs. 4 of them are trying to repair right now. And yeah, Ryung is pretty dead at this point. There's no way he can produce anything more than 1 marine at a time right now. And while he has a lot of energy stacked up, he just cannot get the time to make it happen. And Serral is going to take the series in a 2-0, but what a hard, well fought 2-0 from Ryung. I guess so, from Serral. So Ryung really putting up a fight there. Love to see this, and looking very good.